What the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
The tokenomics are a scam. That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam.
All right.
Today we are about to explore the Hawk Tuah controversy that's been setting the crypto world ablaze. Our main character? None other than Haliey Welch, better known as the Hawk Tuah Girl. If you've been living under a rock, Welch shot to fame in 2024 with a viral video that, well, let's just say it involved some colorful advice about intimate acts. On December 4th, 2024, Welch decided to capitalize on her internet fame by launching her own cryptocurrency token, Hawk Tuah, on the Solana blockchain. Now you might be thinking, another influencer, crypto? What could possibly go wrong? As it turns out, quite a lot. Hawk Tuah hit the market with all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. Within minutes of its launch, the coin's value skyrocketed, bringing its market capitalization to nearly $500 million. Yes, you heard that right, $500 million. To put that into perspective, that's about the GDP of a small island nation, all for a meme coin. But as the saying goes, what goes up must come down. And it comes down hard. Within hours, the value of Hawk plummeted by over 90%, wiping out millions in investor funds. The market cap, which had briefly touched the stratosphere, crashed back down to earth, settling at around $25 million. This dramatic rise and fall didn't go unnoticed. Crypto enthusiasts and skeptics alike started raising eyebrows. Among them was Stephen Findyson, better known by his YouTube moniker, Coffeezilla. With over 3 million subscribers, Coffeezilla has made a name for himself by investigating and exposing crypto scams. Findyson didn't just raise a red flag, he set off air raid sirens. Taking to X, he warned his followers, please do not put your money in Hawk Tuah coin. Meme coins always benefit A, insiders, B, trading bots. Don't B, exit liquidity. But Coffeezilla didn't stop at social media warnings. In a move that would make investigative journalists proud, he joined an X Spaces conversation with Welch and her team. And let me tell you, it was more explosive than a supernova. Coffeezilla came out swinging, declaring,
From the community, happy to answer any
I have
questions.
questions. I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey, guys.
What Coffeezilla?
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
now you'd think being accused of running a scam would prompt some serious damage control. But Welch's response? Hawk Tuah tried to defend themselves, with one member stating,
No, that's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
Yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We could answer that.
you know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why
they talked about strategic allocations through a foundation, which sounds about as transparent as a brick wall. One team member elaborated,
It says, by the way.
Listen,
Everyone says
doesn't
not
matter.
me.
No, I'm not everyone. There was a strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet. You've heard of a strategic allocation or a private
How much
sale?
did y'all get doing a pre-sale?
but Coffeezilla wasn't buying it. He grilled them on the tokenomics, pointing out that only 3% was released to the Meteor pool, while 177% of the allocation was unlocked on day one. For those not fluent in crypto speak, that's like giving someone a slice of pizza while you keep the entire pizzeria. The team's defense?
That are on this project. Over here has around 18 people working on this right now as we speak. This is not a small time type of nothing. We're really trying to do something here and not just do it for one day and do it for 2 days like you're used to.
So who made the money? You haven't answered the question. Who made the money? How much did Haliey Welch make of that million?
But let's take a step back and look at how we got here. Haliey Welch's rise to fame is a textbook case of internet virality. On June 11th, 2024, a Vox Pop YouTube channel called Tim and D TV released a video featuring an interview with Welch in the Broadway district of Nashville, Tennessee. During the video, she was asked,
"One move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time."
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Welch's reply, delivered in a thick southern twang, was, the phrase Hawk Tuah quickly became an onomatopoeia for a certain intimate act, and the internet did what the internet does best. It turned it into a meme. The original video went viral, receiving millions of views across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Remixes and remakes of the original audio sprouted up like mushrooms after rain, and Welch gained the nickname Hawk Tuah Girl. Before her viral fame, Welch had been a minimum wage worker at a factory. But the internet works in mysterious ways, and soon she had a sizable social media following and media attention. She founded a company, registered various trademarks, gained representation by an agent, and began selling merchandise themed on her catchphrase. The Hawk Tuah phenomenon didn't stop there. On August 15, 2024, Welch threw the ceremonial first pitch at a New York Mets game. She also launched a podcast called Hawk Tuah under the BTR Media Company, co-founded by Jake Paul. On November 14, 2024, she even released a dating advice app called Pookie Tools, partnering with Ben Gans, founder of Ultimate AI Studio, an AI automation platform. But with great viral fame comes great scrutiny. Some critics have questioned whether Welch is the real deal or an industry plant. There's been criticism about her not crediting the original videographer who captured her viral moment. And then there's the whole DNA ancestry thing she mentioned on a podcast, claiming her genetic makeup indicated a certain religious background, a claim that raised more than a few eyebrows. Now let's get back to the Hawk Tuah. Before the launch, Welch spoke to Fortune magazine, insisting that Hawk was not just a cash grab. She claimed that her opinion on crypto had changed after attending conferences, saying, "I don't really see it as like a gambling thing. I think it's like a fun way to get my fans to interact." Her manager added that the Hawk token would be different from other celebrity crypto endeavors because they weren't telling people to buy and would give free tokens to her followers and people who had purchased merch. They also claimed that Welch owned 10% of the supply, but couldn't sell for a year. However, less than 24 hours after the launch, at least one investor had already filed a complaint with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Critics speculated that Welch's coin was launched as part of a pump and dump scheme, where the value of an asset is quickly inflated and then sold off, causing the value to crash. The tokenomics of Hawk Tuah came under intense scrutiny. According to blockchain data analyst Bubble Maps, 96% of Hawk Tuah was concentrated in one cluster of related wallets as of Wednesday afternoon, indicating a high degree of coordination in these transactions. One crypto wallet, as reported by Cointelegraph, was able to grab 17.5% of the supply and then flip it for $1.3 million within just 90 minutes. During the X Spaces conversation, Coffeezilla laid out the problematic tokenomics.
I'm hearing bullshit. So why?
No,
why
you're
am I
not. You're
gonna take it
talking over
seriously?
me. Let me just lay out your tokenomics. You guys released 3% to the Meteora pool, while you have 17% of the token allocation unlocked day one from your strategic allocation. Are you guys insane? What do you guys think exactly is going to happen when your insiders get sent their tokens? And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? Like, what the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
The HAWK team's responses were evasive at best. When pressed about who profited from the fees, one team member said, "It's a foundation that is running this project." When asked how much Welch owned of it, the response was, this led to a heated exchange. As the conversation grew more contentious, Welch remained largely silent, allowing her crypto partners at the platform over here and an individual known as Doc Hollywood to field questions. When pressed on what had gone wrong, the men talked in evasive circles, insisting that the team of 18 people behind Hawk Tuah had not sold their tokens. At one point, Richard Bankston, a YouTuber known as FaZe Banks, joined the conversation and agreed with Coffeezilla's harsh appraisal. He advised Welch to immediately fire whoever had persuaded her to be the face of the mismanaged cryptocurrency, saying the HAWK disaster was another example of influencers entering the crypto space without understanding how to perform due diligence and protect their audiences. Welch didn't acknowledge this advice. Instead, about 20 minutes later, she abruptly cut in over a technical question and said, "Anywho, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll see you guys tomorrow," bringing the interrogation to an end. The fallout from this disastrous launch was swift and severe. Accusations started flying, with many crypto observers alleging that HAWK was a pump and dump scheme or a rug pull, when developers build hype for a crypto project to raise money only to liquidate their position and walk away, leaving others holding worthless tokens. Coffeezilla hosted a Spaces debriefing on his own account afterward, continuing to hammer the HAWK developers for dodging his questions. He lamented that it was likely not experienced crypto investors harmed by the crash, but newcomers to the scene. The most insidious part of what they said was, "We're targeting regular people, regular fans," he said of the Hawk team. "We want to onboard Welch's fans to crypto." And unfortunately, that's where you get some really sad stories of people actually putting their money into these things and not knowing better. On Thursday evening, Coffeezilla released a video covering the entire situation. It included screenshots of text messages from Welch's entertainment lawyer revealing that she had received a $125,000 advance for marketing the token from an unspecified company and was to receive 50% of net proceeds from that company after third-party expenses and costs for the development and launch had been covered. In a follow-up message, Welch's attorney added, "She truly didn't intend to fleece fans." In an interview with Rolling Stone, Coffeezilla said, "I think there were lots of signs this was not going to work. They sold 17% of the tokens to insiders who had no lockup for their tokens, while they only released 3% to the public for trading. I get the sense that Welch was misinformed, but also that Welch saw dollar signs and didn't ask enough questions. Additionally, she didn't seem to take it too seriously when she was confronted. I hope that she acknowledges the harm of what she did, intentional or not, and takes accountability to help her fans who lost money." The aftermath of the Hawk launch has been chaotic, to say the least. A couple of defensive posts from Welch and over here on X were contradicted by community notes that claimed, in a mocking reference to the name of her podcast, that Welch would soon have to talk Tuah judge. Jokes about an eventual jail sentence began to spread, with some users creating memes of Welch behind bars. In a bizarre twist, the controversy even inspired a revenge coin, TUAH, as in straight to a prison. Fueled by memes of Welch behind bars, investors attempted to push the value of TUAH high enough to exceed HAWK's market cap. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on upcoming content.
I swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child, like in seriousness. I would never talk about a child in any way that was inappropriate. That is disgusting, that is gross, it is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny or like, oh my god, my child molester character.
Shane Dawson was once YouTube's biggest star, making millions laugh with his comedy videos. But in 2020, everything changed when the internet turned against him. Let's look at how one of YouTube's most famous creators lost it all. Before we start the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Back in the early days of YouTube, Shane was everywhere. His videos got millions of views, and fans couldn't get enough of his comedy. By 2018, he changed things up, moving away from jokes to making documentaries about conspiracy theories and other YouTubers. He even worked with Jeffree Star to create makeup, and it sold out instantly. Shane was on top of the world, but behind those smiling thumbnails and viral videos, trouble was brewing.
How funny. fun.
being his
We
mom.
could be like a reality TV show. How many people get to have a kid with their sister?
Oh my god.
Could be the Kardashians.
I knew you were the first one to call me daddy. I knew it! And then one time, the first time that we had sex, he called me daddy.
No!
In 2020, an old video surfaced showing Shane doing something unthinkable, making inappropriate gestures at a poster of Willow Smith, who was just 11 years old at the time. The video sparked outrage, but that was just the beginning. As fans started digging through Shane's old content, they found more and more disturbing videos. There were racist jokes, inappropriate comments about minors, and even blackface sketches. The internet was shocked. How had all this been overlooked for so long?
Hi. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I have done a lot of things in my past that I hate. That I wish I could make go away, that I try to make go away by deleting videos or untagging my Instagram things or literally doing whatever I can to pretend like those things didn't happen. Because
The Smith family wasn't staying quiet. Jada Pinkett Smith took to Twitter, writing, "To Shane Dawson, I'm done with the excuses." Her son Jaden also spoke out, warning Shane to stay away from his family. These weren't just random internet comments. These were major celebrities calling Shane out. The backlash was immediate and intense. Shane lost over 400,000 subscribers in just days. Morphe, a major makeup retailer, pulled his collaboration with Jeffree Star from their shelves. His career was crumbling before his eyes. Shane tried to save himself with an apology video on June 26, 2020. Let's see what Shane said.
swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child, like in seriousness. I would never talk about a child in any way that was inappropriate. That is disgusting, that is gross, it is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny or like, oh my god, my child molester character or whatever. It's all gross, and I promise that is not real. That is not me. Have I done sketches where kids were saying crazy things? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes.
But wait, there's more. This wasn't like his previous apologies where fans quickly forgave him. This time was different. The evidence was too overwhelming, the behavior too shocking. Shane claimed he wanted to be part of a change and not part of a problem, promising to feature more diverse voices on his channel. But for many, it was too little, too late.
Child. I was at least 20 when I started YouTube, and I made the decision to play stereotypes of black people or Asian people or Mexicans or pretty much every race. I made that decision. I said, oh, this is funny, and I put it on the internet.
Shane disappeared from YouTube for over a year. When he finally returned in October 2021, he admitted he was embarrassed over a lot of stuff from his past. I feel like people are going to hate me no matter what, and I kind of just have to accept it, he said in his comeback video.
Every apology video I've ever made has been from fear. It's me sitting at home thinking the whole world hates me and crying and hyperventilating and then just turning on a webcam and just saying I'm sorry and then hoping people know I'm a good person and then it'll go away. And that is stupid. That is something that a child does.
But here's where things get interesting. Despite all the controversy, Shane didn't completely lose everything. He married his long-term partner, Ryland Adams, in January 2023, and the couple welcomed twin boys through surrogacy in December 2023. Looking back at the whole situation, Shane later told Perez Hilton that getting canceled might have been a blessing in disguise. When I was getting the most views, I was the most depressed. I was the most anxious, he revealed. I really think the universe and God or whatever really planned it this way because I was at a point before I got canceled where I didn't want to be around anymore. Today, Shane still makes YouTube videos, though they're nothing like his old content. He's returned to making conspiracy theory videos and hosts his own podcast. His viewer numbers aren't what they used to be, but he's maintained a core group of loyal fans who've stuck with him through everything. The Shane Dawson story shows how quickly things can change on social media. One day you're at the top, the next day old videos from your past can bring everything crashing down. His career might have survived, but it will never be the same. His controversies weren't just one mistake, they were years of problematic content finally catching up to him. The racist videos, the inappropriate comments about minors, and his defensive reactions when called out all painted a picture that fans couldn't ignore anymore. Some say Shane's changed, pointing to his current content and family life as proof. Others say the apologies and changes only came after he was caught. Either way, his story has become a warning about how past behavior can come back to haunt you, especially in the age of social media where nothing ever really disappears. Shane's now focused on his family and making different kinds of videos. He still appears in his husband Ryland's daily vlogs and makes his own content, but the days of being YouTube's biggest star are behind him. His collaboration with Jeffree Star continues, showing that some partnerships survive the controversy. The internet might be known for its short memory, but some things don't get forgotten. Shane Dawson's fall from grace changed how people look at YouTube stars and their past content. It showed that even the biggest creators aren't immune to consequences when their past catches up with them. Looking at Shane's story now, it's clear that his downfall wasn't just about one video or one mistake. It was years of problematic content, multiple inadequate apologies, and a changing social media landscape that finally caught up with him. While he still has a career on YouTube, it's a shadow of what it once was. A reminder that on the internet, your past is always just a click away. Not appearance is what truly defines a family. Most importantly, these families demonstrate how diversity enriches lives and broadens perspectives. From Ellen Pompeo's pride in her children's different shades to Madonna's commitment to maintaining cultural connections for her adopted children. These parents show that embracing diversity isn't just about acceptance. It's about celebration, understanding, and growth. Their stories inspire others to look beyond appearances and recognize that family is about the love we share and the bonds we build, regardless of our differences.
This morning, we are getting a glimpse at what authorities in Argentina believe contributed to his death. Sources tell ABC News multiple substances were found in Payne's system, including pink cocaine, a popular but potentially dangerous party drug, cocaine, benzodiazepine, and crack.
The FBI just dropped a major bombshell. A new toxicology report revealed something surprising in Liam Payne's system that shocked everyone. Traces of a certain substance were found. One that's often connected to big, flashy parties, especially the ones hosted by Diddy. Now, people are starting to question if Diddy had any involvement in Liam's tragic death. With Diddy already behind bars, this new discovery could make things even worse for him. Let's take a closer look.
So I went out to shake his hand, and I shook his hand, and I was, oh, nice to meet you, and he's going, but the longest handshake ever. And I'm like,
if someone came to me and said, look, I need this person, easiest ways to get away with murder is for someone to...
Liam Payne's death at the Casa Sur Hotel in Buenos Aires on October 16th marked a tragic end for the former One Direction star. At just 30 years old, his fall from a third-floor balcony set off an investigation that would reveal complex circumstances and lead to multiple